Welcome to Cosmic Cassie. This is going to be a general reading. I am doing it a little bit different this time. As I was meditating before I went in to do readings, I was actually going to do each sign, like the collective for each sign, and Spirit actually grouped it into three different or four different groups, 3 signs in each group for me. Now, these are not divided by like element or anything like that, but these are just what came to me to do a general reading for each one, because I think right now what's happening is a lot of energy is shifting and moving. And so there is a lot of us that are going and tapping into different areas of our birth charts, Jupiter, Saturn. I don't know why I heard Sagittarius. That was weird. Our, moon sign, any of our big 3, like we're shifting energies even into our north nodes. So we're no longer acting as our sun signs necessarily. The energy that we're attracting is not necessarily our sun energy sign. So Spirit kind of gave me the 3 names for this reading. You do not have to be one of these. This is a general reading, but you might resonate a little bit more with the reading if you are one of these 3 signs, or dealing with one of these 3 signs, or have like one of these signs in your chart somewhere heavily. But the 3 for this one is Virgo, Gemini, Scorpio. Okay? Virgo, Gemini, Scorpio. So I'm going to do a general energy check on this and kind of let Spirit guide how they want the messages to come out. I am a psychic intuitive channeler, which means I receive my messages in many different ways and forms as I do readings. I will share everything that I get as it comes through. First, we will do a very general kind of energy spread with some oracle cards, and then I will tap into individual energies, and that's where you'll see more of the individual messages coming out, or the storylines that you'll know if this resonates for you. But you should be resonating with the first piece with the oracle messages if this is your story. Just keep in mind there's an emphasis that Spirit has that is very much odd, because it's opposite than the first general spread that I did, but do not discount this because you disbelieve in yourself and you don't believe that this could be you. Okay, so it should still align and feel reasonably like resonating with you, but Spirit's saying for you guys, for this group that resonates with this, do not think this is not your message because you do not believe that you can be something more than you think you are. Okay, so kind of hitting home there straight away, but let's go ahead and dive in, and I will pull some messages here. I feel like we're meant to pull, I'm getting 5 of these, so we'll pull 5 of these, we'll pull 2 of those, and then jump more into the tarot. Okay, by the way, guys, please make sure you are liking the button. It helps my channel grow, and it's very easy, and it does not cost you anything. So I really appreciate that. It definitely amplifies the energy, and it makes me motivated more to do readings for you guys. I enjoy doing this and using my gifts to help you guys. So I like seeing the responses with that. Also, if you ever want a personal reading, look in my description box down below. It's the only place that you'll be able to follow that link. I will never solicit you for services or readings or anything like that. You only can use that link to purchase any products, to get a personal reading, anything like this. That's the only place. Okay, let's get 5 of these babies here. 605. Sorry guys, I'm getting a phone call. I was looking at it. On the timer I just saw 404, so some of you guys might be seeing that number. Spirit, let's get 5 of these for the collective. Show me 5 for the collective. You guys must have something good coming to you if Spirit's message for you is to not doubt this message just because you don't think it can apply to you. And they're saying that in the most positive way possible. 5 of these is a lot. I think so anyways. Look at that. I like that. Endless opportunities, freedom, realm bridger, stepping through, crystal keys. Okay, we'll go through these one by one here and just see what message comes out. Again, this is the general piece with the oracle cards. If there's a card that I feel like Spirit wants me to read, I will read it. Otherwise, I will just explain the energy and the messages that I get from each of these cards here. Okay. Starting with this first one, so just so you know, these numbers that are on here could, be of significance to you. We have 47, 41, 25, 23, 22. Look at that. That's interesting. Okay, stepping through. This feels like, I like this energy already. Okay. This feels like, so I'm going to give you guys an example first so you understand where this energy comes in, because this feels like some of you maybe thinking or feeling, I still need to heal, I still need to change, there's things I still need to integrate, there's things I still need to level up, there's I need to do all these things before I can actually become this divine being, and I can become this spiritual worker, or I can become connected to source, or I can be enlightened. It's like you still feel like there's things that need to happen before you reach the next step. This very first card out is immediately telling me, and what I'm hearing from Spirit here, you are done doing the things you needed to do to get to where you're trying to get. You are officially done. You have done everything that you needed to do. Now you just need to believe that and appreciate and live this new life that you've now created for yourself. Because this feels very much like the last thing that you need to do here is step through the door. You've already done the healing. You've already done the spiritual work. You've already done the shadow work, the inner child healing, the ancestral healing. You've released the people you needed to. You've overcome the obstacles. You've passed the test and the challenges. You've done everything that you were supposed to do already, that was thrown at you. You have completed it. There's not meant to be more things. There's not meant to be more pain, more lessons, more suffering, more karmic, more nothing. It's like, if this is you, you've done everything that you needed to do, and now all you have to do is step into the door. Step into the door, because you're right there. You're done. There's no more work that you need to put in. You are done. You have done the work. You are there. And now life is about to change. Things are about to get much, much different for you. But I feel like a lot of you are still in this energy thinking you still have work that you need to do, because, and now this makes a lot of sense why Spirit's message to you guys is don't discount this because you don't believe it can apply to you. Because that's what this energy exactly feels like. There's no way that I can be done. There's so many things that I still need to do. I need to do so much more work. I need to love myself more. I need to do better. I need to get more organized. I need to go to, get a better job. I need to make more money. I need a better relationship. I need to open my heart. I need to heal my chakras. I need to meditate more. It's like you guys are finding all these things that you still need to get done and do, but it's like, honey, you've literally completed the task, okay? The assignment has been heard and completed. Now you can sit down and enjoy. This is where you're at. You have done the work you needed to do. And I know for some of you, it's like the fear of always feeling like, I've always had to do work. I've always had to heal. I've always had to change. I've always had to transform. And so now you're in a place of like, there's no way I can be done. That's what I've always had to do. I've always had to fight hard for what I want. I've always had to struggle. I've always had to overcome. I've always had to, persist and, persevere. And it's like, you don't have to do that anymore. You've done enough. You've done what you needed to do. And for some of you, what I'm hearing is you fast-tracked it. You did more than you needed to do. You did it faster than you were supposed to do it, okay? And that's why it probably felt so exhausting, is because you were speeding through the things and the work that you needed to do in this life to get here. And now that you're finally here, you're in like such disbelief, like there's no way, it's too soon. There's no way, I still have all these things I have to get done and do. It's like, honey, no. You guys have put so much work in, so much effort, so much heart, so much spirit, belief, trust, strength. And now you can finally know you don't need to keep doing that. It's time for you to accept that you've literally completed the challenge. You've done the thing that everyone tries to do. You've done it. And you were successful at it. And now it's time to relax and allow spirit to take care of you. Allow your abundance to come in. Allow yourself to sit and feel loved and to be loved and to give love and to just feel totally immersed by spirit right now, because that's what you deserve, that's what you worked for, and that's what you've accomplished. Okay? Again, that was 47 stepping through. With the realm bridger here, this is quite literally, some of you guys really don't believe in yourselves here, okay? This is like a big message that keeps coming in with you guys, with this specific collective here. Because with this realm bridger, I literally already feel like you're not going to believe me when I tell you exactly what this is and how it applies to you, because you don't believe in yourself, because you don't believe that that could be you, that it could apply to you. When I'm looking at realm bridger, the first thing that they gave me, you've already been in the, we can call it 3D, the 4D, and the 5D. You've already accomplished so much in each of these dimensions, and you've moved through all three of them, but you don't believe you have. I think a lot of you still believe you're stuck in 3D and that you still have to fight, claw, and scratch to get to 4D, and a lot of you really don't see what you've done. And you've done a lot. Okay? You've done a lot. Because this is saying the fact that you have gone through all three dimensions, all three levels here, you quite literally have become a bridge for other people to learn how to get into the next dimension themselves. But I don't think you actively realize you're helping people in this way, or that you have this experience or this knowledge, because you still don't believe that you are someone who accomplished going to all three dimensions and having control over it, having experience and understanding, becoming a spiritual wisdom that people can tap into and rely on to help them. A lot of you disbelieve that you have done this, or you have this ability to even be someone that can teach and help others, because you're still in a state of like trying to help yourself. And it's like, no, you have no idea how much you have moved, how far you have come, the things you've accomplished, the challenges you've overcome. You know and you feel it, but you don't truly recognize how amazing you are in the things you've truly completed and accomplished, and where it has put you spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally. It's like you still have doubt that you are this divine supreme being that is meant to guide and bridge and assist people with doing something you've already accomplished. It's like you don't think you've accomplished this yet, and Spirit keeps trying to tell you, you've accomplished this. You have done this. You have gained so much spiritual wisdom and strength and purpose. You don't need to keep trying and clawing and fighting to do these things, because you've done them. You've succeeded. It's like you don't have the belief in yourself that like, I could really be this divine, this close to source, this spiritually accomplished, and you know, I could be that. There's no way. There's more work I need to do. There's a huge level of disbelief here. We have 25, freedom. This is the need to give yourself freedom. It's time to liberate yourself from the thinking, the feeling, the believing that you still have work to do, that you still have to fight, that you still have to struggle, that you still have to persist, and that you still have to deal with karmic situations and negative people and toxic situations. It's like, it is time to liberate yourself, because Spirit, the universe, source, has already liberated you. You've done everything. This feels like someone who has quite literally rampaged through all their karmic debt and successfully released it. And now that you've released it, you're still in disbelief that it's done. You still are expecting more karmic situations, more karmic debt to be placed on your plate. And it's like, no, It's time to release yourself from your own mental trap that you've created with believing, more so expecting things to fall down, expecting the other shoe to drop, expecting everything to come crumbling away, because that's what you were used to when you were clearing all this karmic debt. And now that you're done, now that you have cleared it, you have healed it, you have even moved on from it, you have gone further from it, now it's time to free yourself and allow yourself to recognize how much you've transformed. Because this is not someone who is transforming. This is someone who has already transformed. You've already moved into a totally different shift and phase of life. You're there, baby. You made it. But you refuse to allow yourself to believe that you have. So now it's time to free your own self and look in the mirror and realize you've already transformed. You don't need to keep trying to transform. You have already transformed. You're transformed. You're not in a cocoon. You're not larva. You're not out here struggling. You got wings, baby. It's time to fly. Recognize that you have wings, and those wings have eyes. That is spirit looking out for you every step of the way. That is all your experiences allowing you to see everything from every kind of way. No harm will come to you. No due justice will come to you. You're free. It's time to fly. Endless opportunities. 23. This is another card. We have a winged creature on all of these cards. We have a hummingbird. We have a butterfly. We have a dragonfly. We have more butterflies. And even on this card, there's a fish that has wings. What fish do you know has wings? This fish has wings. The fins aren't even just fins. The fins are wings. Endless opportunities, number 23. This is literally you recognizing that you have transformed and stop fighting and begin to align with source and spirit and allow. And when you begin to allow, this is everything that comes to you. It comes to you. You don't go for it. You don't fight for it. You don't struggle for it. You don't have to go seeking it. Spirit will bring it in for you because it's your time. You've done the work. You have transformed. And now you have shifted into a completely different way of life. Once you see that and you accept it, you will begin to see all the opportunity that is around you every day. You will no longer feel struggle, lack, unjust, disadvantage, isolation, unloved, withdrawn. You will no longer feel those things because it's almost like you're tricking yourself into seeing things in that way and believing things are that way because that's what you're used to. Just because you're used to it doesn't mean you should always allow yourself to believe that's all there is to look forward to, because you've literally overcome all of it. And now it's time for your endless opportunities to come in. Now it's time for you to feel and know what it feels like when you have done the work and you have transformed, and now this is what you receive. These are the things that come in for you. No. Is life going to be easy all the time? No. It's never a cakewalk. There's always more lessons to be learned. There's always more things, just because you move to a different level, just because you shift to a different level, doesn't mean it's carefree and it has no problem. Does it have less? Yes. Is it less challenging and difficult and painful? Yeah. But are there challenges that still arise there? Yeah. But you fall back on all that work that you've done, all the experience that you carry to move through them without them phasing you, without it bringing you down, without it making you feel all those negative feelings. So as these opportunities come towards you, Embrace them. Go where you want to go. Be who you want to be because spirit is supporting it. It's almost like there is no wrong direction that you can go in other than where you're at, with disbelieving that you have transformed, with not recognizing your own strength, power, divinity. That's the only mistake you can make here. This is like, it's time for you to truly like live in your transformation, receive a transformation of life around you because you yourself have transformed. Last one, 22, crystal keys. These are the keys to the palace of knowledge. These are the keys to the palace of spirit. These are the keys to the palace of source, of God, of angel, of deities. This is like sixth dimensional keys is the way that I'm feeling it and perceiving it. Sixth dimensional. You have earned the keys to walk into the sixth dimension when you're done with this life. Because in this life, people think we're stuck on 4D and that's the true goal. That's where we're trying to get. No. You don't want to be stuck on 4D. You want to go to 5D. And because of where we're at right now, 5D is about, where you can get to and comfortably stay at. It's difficult to stay there, but you can get there. But you have gained the keys into the sixth dimension of pure love. You can now begin to tap in emotionally in your heart space, in your chakra space, and align with sixth dimension vibration. Some of you are light workers. Some of you have been light beings in the past, or you have light beings connected to you at this time. Because the sixth dimension is truly the portal into spirit. That is the portal beyond earth. That is the portal where you begin connecting with other energies, other frequencies, vibrations. And I get heavily light being from this. So it's almost like that's the consciousness where you begin to truly collaborate with light energy, with angelic energy, like in a different way, a different level of it, okay? And it's like you have the keys to do that. You've been granted access. You don't get granted access just because you get granted access because of who you were in your past life, because of how powerful you are in this life. You get granted access when you've done the work and you've gained the trust and you've truly, truly, truly transformed and shifted yourself to be able to even align with that kind of energy. This is being able to tap into pure conscious energy and knowing source energy at its highest level and degree. You can open yourself up and create a direct connection to that. But you have to believe and trust in your abilities. You have to believe and trust in your divinity, in your strength, in your power, in who you are. You have to trust and believe that you've truly transformed beyond recognition. Everyone else sees it on you, but you do not see it on yourself. That's what I believe. It's hard for you to see it in yourself, but I think everyone around you can see the difference, the shift, the change. It's almost like when you have kids or you have a pet. When you're around them all the time, you don't realize how big they're growing and how different they look because they're growing. It's not until you leave for 1 week and then come back and then it's like, whoa, why does my kid look huge? It's not, but everyone else around you is like, oh my gosh, they're going so fast. Because they're not always seeing it. They're not always around it. You're so close to your own transformation that you don't even recognize it, but everyone else around you does. Anyone that comes back into contact with you after not talking to you for a while there, they will be like, who is this person? They see the transformation. They recognize it. They see it. They know it. But you're so close to your own transformation, it's hard for you to see it. Do some reminiscing. Read old journals. Look at old pictures of yourself. Remember the old relationships that you used to engage with, interact in, the old jobs that you would do, how you used to allow people and relationships to show up in your life, and then compare it to today, to where you're at. Yeah, we've always got work to do. We always will. That's human nature. But see how far you have truly come. And I feel like you guys need to reflect here to you really need to compare your past to your present, because I don't think that you guys see how much you have truly turned into a completely different person in the best and most beautiful way possible. Okay? The only card they want me to read here is Crystal Key. So before I pull these, I will read the Crystal Key card here. Show me Crystal Keys 22. This one's a little long, guys. Sorry, I didn't realize it was going to be long. Lemurian quartz crystals are special pieces of clear quartz with indented ridges running across them. They are known as seed crystals because they are said to have been found individually, buried in sand and earth, rather than attached to a larger cluster the way most crystals are. Aware of their oncoming destruction, the Lemurians imbued information about how to avoid a similar catastrophic event on crystals and buried them. The ridges on the crystals are believed to be Lemurian inscriptions. These crystals are reappearing now as this knowledge is again relevant. This card is about deciphering wisdom codes. We may wonder how to access information regarding our spiritual growth as we navigate our everyday reality. This wisdom comes through inner paradoxes, when we are truly present, awed, in creative flow or a state of surrender. It may come as riddles and in the most unlikely of places. Zen Buddhism taps into this using koans, paradoxal statements the mind cannot fathom, to bypass traditional understanding and allow spiritual epiphany and a deeper knowledge of the soul to surface. Key wisdom codes can come to us when we are triggered. They are accessible in those moments when everything becomes more emotional, dramatic, or painful than it needs to be. Here, when light shines on our shadow, we are graced with significant insight into places we can grow and evolve from, although it might take courage and a healthy dose of self-awareness to embrace the wisdom of those moments. It's amazing how much energy, freedom, and expansion comes as a result of deciphering these bubbles of information, tailored especially for us. Sometimes insight is so perfectly constructed within a scenario that it gets right into our most tender spots for the perfect healing. These are potent codes, as all personal power struggles and ego problems affect the bigger picture of how the world operates. Our shadows are unresolved wisdom codes. Avoidance makes them spiral out to aid in the construction of a world we don't actually want, both individually and collectively. When we see this information as the gift that it is, we can cultivate presence and begin to see between the lines of our inner workings. The world needs as much light as possible, so we do not have a repeat of what happened in Lemuria. Let's allow ourselves to see our shadows as an opportunity to bring more light into our being and heal the world from these dark foundations. Okay. Again, it's like you guys have the knowledge and you have the wisdom in you, but you have to trust that you have it and then use it. Recognize that you have that you can access that it's available to you. It's there. And now you're being called to call on it, to use it and pull it in so that you can help others. Okay? Show me message for the collective. Your message is, number 1, face your dragons. Sorry, I had like a thing pull up and I was trying to get it to go away. Oh, and then it did it again. It's okay. Number 1 is face your dragons. Okay, I'm going to read this, and I think I'm actually going to end it because I don't think I need to pull tarot to get specific like storylines and energies to know this resonates. If this resonates for you, you know it resonates for you. You just have to learn not to doubt it, to not doubt your power, your strength, and who you are. But this feels like a very clear message for a very clear, specific audience. Face your dragons. So many of us sweep our discomforts under the rug where they'll be less threatening, less likely to disrupt our state of comfort. But this moment is challenging you to stand in your power and confront what seems overwhelming, intimidating, or downright scary. Crisis is often the companion of opportunity, so look beyond the surface. As poet Rainer Maria Rilke said, perhaps all the dragons in our lives are princesses who are only waiting to see us act, just once, with beauty and courage. Perhaps everything that frightens us is, in its deepest essence, something helpless that wants our love. This is about you guys facing your truth. And some of you, it might scare you to think that you're like this powerful and that you have this much, I won't say responsibility placed on you, but almost like you have this much ability to do something, because then you have an obligation to use it. And I think for some of you that is a little scary. That's a little scary to face that. That's a little scary to stand up to that. It's like, are you ready to be crowned and run this? And it's like, woo, I know I've done the work. I know I've looked at, I know we've looked, I know, but woo, that's a big step. That's a big thing. It's a little intimidating. It gets a little scary. Yes, it does. And that's why you have to face it, because no one else will, and you're meant to, okay? Not everyone gets opportunities like this. As much as you may or may not want that opportunity, it does not come very commonly. All right, that's all the messages that I have for you guys. Again, if you want a personal reading, check out the link in the description box down below. Please make sure that you like that button. It helps my channel grow tremendously, and it also lets me know that you guys are resonating with these messages, and it inspires me to keep doing them for you. So I definitely enjoy being able to share my gifts and enlighten people and help people on their journey with love and light. So please make sure that you guys are letting me know that it is hitting you in that way. Otherwise, I will catch you guys in another read. Bye.